The African Students Union Parliament, ASUP, the umbrella body for all students within the 54 member countries of the African Union, in celebration of the commitment to excellence and selfless leadership, geared towards the effective positive change in the body of Christ in Nigeria and Africa, presented to the senior pastor, Foursquare Gospel Church Asokoro, Reverend Bajide Oluodola, its most prestigious award, the Pan-African Prize for Excellence. In a colorful ceremony which was held in the office of the senior pastor, the African Students Union Parliament was led by its speaker, retired Honorable Kewell Abel, and senior members of the parliament. In his opening speech, retired Honorable Kewell Abel said one of the aims of the union is to build up.
I want to assure all of you here that this visit is not taken lightly. It is important towards our objectives, which is to build world-class leaders for our dear continent. And every good example we gather here today will play a vital role somewhere in Africa a few years from now, when any of our members, present or absent here, is given a leadership responsibility in their various countries. It might be here in Nigeria, Ghana, Eritrea, Sudan, Senegal, Egypt, or any other part of Africa, because we will ensure that whatever we learn today will be made available to students and youth all over the continent in different languages through our magazines and websites. This church has played a leading role in peace building in Nigeria through effective and constant preaching of the word of peace and numerous prayers of intercession. We also know that peace is a prerequisite to national development, and words alone cannot express how grateful we are to all of you. We thank you and thank Reverend Babajide Oluodola for his selfless leadership geared towards effective positive change in the body of Christ in Nigeria, Africa, and beyond.
Competent and intellectually equipped leaders who would constantly project the concept of Pan-Africanism. He added that the continent cannot move forward without the active participation of the church. The scourge of youth restiveness, kidnapping and all other vices calls for a multifarious approach. Hence, the involvement of the church and all persons of good heart towards eradicating these menaces. He took time out to talk about the current campaign of the union, which is the eradication of drug abuse.
It was our campaign against drug abuse among students of higher institutions, which is ongoing here in Nigeria.
It's destroying our intellectual community more than we can imagine, because the drug abuse is not the drugs that has a law prohibiting it. They are mostly codeine-based drugs of cough syrup, Tutolin, Benelin, and what have you.
The speaker rounded up his speech by eulogizing the leadership qualities of the award recipients. According to him, Reverend Bajide Oluodola is a detribalized Nigerian, lover of students, youth, and a charismatic personality whose credible credentials of efficient leadership, high administrative acumen, and community service, yet unsung, marks him as an iconic patriot in our African society worthy of emulation. In his response, the senior pastor of Foursquare Gospel Church Asokoro, Reverend Bajide Oluodola, thanked the African Union Parliament for the award bestowed on him.
I want to again thank you most sincerely for this honor that I do not deserve, and I say that with all sense of responsibility. I do not deserve this honor you have bestowed on me, but I accept it. I accept it joyfully. I accept it as a challenge. You are challenging me now to be more alert and be more alive to my duties and responsibility as a Pan-Africanist.
He said he was not qualified for such an award, but accepted it as a challenge to do more. He added that Africa needs to rise up and develop the world.
Whereas it is time for Africa to develop the world. The world has waited for too long for Africa. And what we are getting now is that the world can no longer wait. The world can no longer wait for us. So I believe that the world has made up its mind to move on without us. And it is now left for us to see that we have a rethink, we do introspection, and we look inwards and call in all those capacities that God has endowed us with in order to push an Africa agenda on a world scale that will be of great benefit to humanity.
There is need to have a rethink and push the African agenda to the world stage. Dearth of quality leadership is the bane of Africa. Young persons need to create value for themselves and be employers of labor. The fear of God amongst African youths will drastically reduce social vices in the lives of youths of the continent. The African Students' Union Parliament was challenged by Reverend Babajide Olowodola to make effective use of the internet in reaching out to its members and the society at large, as this will give credibility to the Parliament.
Our website must be up. We tried to look at your website. We couldn't. It's almost comatose. We encourage you. The age we are in is a virtual world. It's a virtual world. You didn't need to be here for me to see all we have been doing. I just needed to visit your website. You can visit the website of this church. I'm sure you have done that. You've seen a few of, and you've seen my private website. All those websites are up and working. So I want to encourage you. Don't leave such little things to chances, because they are the little foxes that spoil the vine.
The high point of the event was the presentation of a plaque and medal to Reverend Babajide Olowodola and group photograph that followed.